Okay, it's Huggie Pacino for the Huggie Pacino effect. Back with another video. This story recently happened in Memphis. University of Memphis students were kicked out of a party because they were gay. I think that is messed up that they were kicked out because of their sexuality. It's unfair. However, I will say this. Compared to this story, compared to the other story, the black student who fell asleep at Yale doing a paper in her dorm in a particular area, they called the police on her. The police detained her for 15 minutes and refused to let her back in the room. Yale released a statement. They never did the same thing that this particular school were going to do toward the students. The news didn't go knock on, and ask questions to the lady. None of that happened compared to both stories. Now, I know that people are going to look at this and say, oh, well, they're white. Listen, particularly, and we're going to be simple here. We're going to be very blunt, very simple, straight to the point. Gay people have heavy support compared to black people today, in today's society. There's no denying that. And I'm going to blame black people for that. Because you all allowed this to be a build. You allowed this to be accepted, that when you're being treated unfairly, they say, fuck you. Gay people get treated unfairly, they stick together. Even the ones who aren't gay support. Even the black ones that aren't gay support. Because remember, the gay fight is much more important than the black fight. There's no denying that. Now, I'm going to play this particular story. You play the other story. Leave your comments.
Just wanting to have a night out for fun, and he's like, we're being kicked out because we're gay, and I wasn't sure whether to believe it, whether it's like like a joke.
It wasn't a joke. Benjamin Buckley and Luke Chapman say they and some friends went to a party off campus at this house on Marion Avenue, hosted by a University of Memphis fraternity. While enjoying the party, they say several male students
would like to know what fraternity that was.
Forcibly kicked them out of the house, pushing them into the rain because they are gay.
When he chucked us out, it was something along the lines of, you don't belong here, f***s. He was screaming at us and called us f***, all these things. And he looked at me and said, I'm going to beat the f*** you. I'm going to beat the life out of you. He just went, go back to Great Britain.
After more profanities and threats, Benjamin and Luke were able to leave with their friends. That night, Luke made this post on Facebook about the incident and was amazed with the response.
That morning, I think I'd had so...
The post, he was amazed with the response because now let's make it a social media event. Black people get that same fight. Nobody give a damn about that girl that was in the dorm. They give a fuck about that.
Many messages of support and so many people messaging me offering to help.
Representatives with the University of Memphis also saw the post, and they are now possible bigotry has been brought to my...
You rarely even hear the story about, black people post some on social media because they were treated unfairly. And I got a lot of support for that. Like, you rarely hear that story.
The University of Memphis also saw the post, and they are now investigating the incident. U of M President Dr. David Bird.
I keep doing it.
Memphis.
What I wanted to tell y'all is that, you notice how they said they saw the post and reacted right away? Why are they seeing a post and reacting? Why didn't the boys go directly to the school and just tell them directly? They didn't say they heard the story from them directly. They heard about the post and reacted.
Also saw the post, and they are now investigating the incident. U of M President Dr. David Rudd sent WMC Action News 5 a statement that reads in part, quote, an off-campus incident involving possible bigotry has been brought to my attention and has been referred for investigation. The Office of the Dean of Students is in the process of reaching out to students and others potentially involved.
I think those that are responsible need to be held accountable. I'm really happy that university is taking a step and literally messaging us.
I knocked on the front door of the house on Marion Avenue Sunday afternoon. A young man inside saw me at the door, but never came to open it. Benjamin and Luke want the students responsible to be punished, but they also want to start a larger conversation about the issue of homophobia on campus.
I want to focus to
Homophobia. Don't you get tired of hearing that word? Phobia. Anyway.
be on, look what they did, and see how it's bad, and see how it actually reflects a lot of what's happening in society today. So we can all understand that and grow from that. Just wanting to have...
Man. Let's go to the story about the girl in Yale.
We're going to turn now to an incident sparking anger at Yale University, where a white student called police to confront a black student who fell asleep in the common area of their dorm. That student then posted a video of her encounter with police on social media. ABC's Lindsay Davis here with all the fallout. Good morning, Lindsay.
And lots of fallout there is. Good morning to you, George. Yale University says police had...
Pay attention to the program. Let's put a light-skinned black girl in front of the camera. Funny.
Punish the student who made the call, but some are wondering if that's really enough. There is growing frustration in the black community. The headline on one website, add taking a nap in your dorm common room to the list of things you can't do while black.
And then we just add to a list. No fight at all, just talk about it like it's a joke. All right.
Outrage this morning over this confrontation at Yale University.
I have every right to call the police and not sleep in that room.
This was...
Keep in mind, they call it confrontation. They never said it was anything racial.
white student called police on a black graduate student who fell asleep while writing a paper in the dorm's common area. 4 officers respond.
Must be verified that you're...
4 officers. 4 officers for a simple thing about a black girl falling asleep in the... You can't make that up.
You're a resident here, then we'll be on our way.
Bola De Cianbola unlocks her door to prove
They have to verify she's a resident.
she lives there. But police still want to see ID. She turns it over, but is detained for more than 15 minutes.
Turned over her ID, she was detained for 15 minutes still.
The name doesn't exactly match their records.
The name doesn't match their records, they say.
I deserve to be here. I pay tuition like everybody else. I'm not going to justify my existence here.
Cianbola tells police the same woman called police on her friend, a fellow student, in March. That student says when he asked her for directions, she responded,
"You're making me uncomfortable. I don't feel safe around you. You're an intruder. You need to get out. You need to leave. You need to get out."
Now growing frustration in the black community. The headline on one website, add taking a nap in your dorm common room to the list of things you can't do while black.
Pay attention to what they said. Growing frustration in the black community. They didn't say growing frustration in the gay community. They didn't say that shit. That's not what they said. They said they had support. The guy made a post. They were supportive. He got overwhelming support. And notice they never said racism, racial statements, racial profiling. Just wait for it. Let me know if you hear.
Situations like this are becoming all too common. Earlier this week, the president of Nordstrom Rack apologized to 3 black teens falsely accused of trying to steal clothing from a St. Louis store.
This is from Airbnb.
2 weeks ago, police swarmed this Airbnb rental in California after 3 black house guests checking out were accused of being burglars. And then there was the Starbucks case, which made national headlines after 2 black men were arrested after waiting to meet someone inside this Philadelphia Starbucks.
Overnight, Yale's president released a statement saying we must neither condone nor excuse racism, prejudice, or discrimination at Yale.
Now keep in mind, this is a statement from the school. The news is not responsible for saying it at all. The statement was made by the school. I want that to be notated.
To that end, the university plans to hold listening sessions to inspire more conversations about inclusiveness. And of course, it's a national conversation that needs to be had. There's a hashtag living.
Hashtag national conversations. Let's talk. Talk. Yo, it's 2019, man. Fuck talk.
While black, which the point is basically to highlight different examples to say, hey, it's hard out here for black people because the rules are different.
And unfortunately, there are so many examples.
Yeah, you have so many.
All right, thank you.
Anyway, let's Huggie Pacino. Tell me what y'all think. I'm out.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.